Hi and welcome. For those of you who don't know me yet, I'm Martin Cunningham. I'm an adaptability mindshift and career coach. And today I want to talk to you about LinkedIn and how to optimize your LinkedIn profile. And this doesn't matter whether or not you're pushing for a career or whether you're going out on your own for a little bit of a side hustle and want to do some coaching or sell things online. LinkedIn is a huge marketing opportunity, and most people don't optimize their LinkedIn profile. And the other thing is that there are arguments out there by some people. I don't necessarily follow this argument or agree with this argument that CVs and cover letters are done, they've had their time, etc. The reason that's a nonsense is because some organizations want to see a CV and some want to see a cover letter as well. And some have their own systems. So it's really important for you to grasp the concept of having a really good CV, a really good cover letter, and tailoring all of your applications to meet the needs of the audience, which is the hiring manager. So where's LinkedIn come to this? Well, a lot of companies now are searching LinkedIn either before you apply or once you've applied, they will look at your LinkedIn profile and it says a lot about you. Now, tip number one, do not just copy and paste your CV into your LinkedIn profile, and do not just copy and paste the roles that you've done and the duties that you performed. LinkedIn is really powerful and it does things in a number of ways. One, it speaks to the algorithm. So headhunters will put in search criteria. For example, if the organization that is recruiting says they need you to know Microsoft Office and PowerPoint, then you should have Microsoft Office and PowerPoint in there. If it's a part of the essential criteria are the keywords that organizations will put into their search algorithm to search for the right people. And they will also put keywords in to screen the applications when you put in. So the first audience you are speaking to is artificial intelligence. You've got to understand the essential criteria that people are looking for, and you've got to make sure that shows up either in your CV, your cover letter, the application forms, or in your LinkedIn profile. So I'm going to flick very quickly to the About page, because most people in their About page have 3 or 4 lines. But as you can see, you can have 2,600 characters. And each one of those characters gives you the opportunity to have a word that the algorithm is potentially looking for. But the second group of people that are looking at this, or the first group of people that are looking at this, are your hiring managers, or the lowest level, the entry level, human resource operative that's been tasked to look at the CVs of the people who have come up in their search criteria or who have applied. And one of the places they go to is your LinkedIn profile. And as well as having the words in that focus on the AI algorithm, you've also got to make it read so that people can see it and read it and understand it. And you'll see that I've put here, many of my clients have worked in gender, justice, peace and security at headquarters and in the field, but lack a clear career pathway in a changing and uncertain world. Why have I done that? Because that's the group of people I first had as a niche when I started out on career coaching. This used to talk very much about my justice, peace, and security work, but it's adapted over time. And this particular paragraph, I will be changing to talk about 17 global goals, because my niche has expanded somewhat to anyone who's trying to make the world a better place through working with or towards the Sustainable Development Goals. So you see how this can be really valuable to you. The other elements, this banner here is massive. It's a great big banner and says a lot about you, or can do. Now, what I've chosen to do is just put some words there that link to what I've got. You can use it if you're doing a side hustle. You could link to your website, etc. here. But it should say something about what it is you do. Some people will put up the 17 Sustainable Development Goals there. That says a lot about what they do. But you need a banner, otherwise it's just grey space and it doesn't catch the eye. Then a good picture of yourself, probably doing some sort of work linked to the type of work you want to do. And you should be profiling this not only for the role that you're in, but the roles that you want. In fact, that's most important. Then you'll notice that I've put in here, I help women working in UN global goals have fulfilling careers in a rapidly changing, uncertain world. Now, I don't only help women, I help men and women, but the main niche is anyone working on the Sustainable Development Goals who are trying to make the world a better place. And if you're trying to do things to make the world a better place, then you're an ideal client for me. So when you're looking for types of work, you should be showing your skill set here, but also what value do you bring to the table? And you've got to think clearly about that, because this is one of the places that headhunters will look at. It's also one of the places that recruiters will look at. So there's a lot of stuff you can put in here. You can also put where you've studied. So you can add your education here. And this is about what I talk about. Now, I've got this here because I'm a coach and I've got premium and I talk about coaching, SDG careers, adaptability, and interview preparation. You can also, if you're looking at doing a side hustle, you can also show how you're providing services. And it will show the details of the type of services that you offer with a service page. But for most of my clients, one of the things they might want to do is click on open to work. Now, I wouldn't suggest you do this unless you're actually looking for work, because you might suddenly get inundated with things from headhunters. You might not. Your LinkedIn profile and your attendance on LinkedIn needs to be increasing all the time. So you need to pop on LinkedIn at least 3 days a week. And one of the things you can do is just like people's pages. You can like their posts. You could comment on a few posts. You could go into some of the chat rooms, although the chat rooms don't actually generate a lot of hits, but it's still useful for you to be able to get around and network. So some of the areas that you should start looking at very quickly on your LinkedIn profile is this bit, your banner, the photograph, and it should be a photograph of you, your face, looking towards the camera, and you should be smiling. Why? Because it's part of the likability factor. It makes sure that you're not coming across as a threat or anything like that. Have a smile on your face. Look professional. And what I mean by look professional is you've got to brand yourself for the type of role you want. Now, if the type of role you want is somebody who wears a shirt and tie or a smart blouse and jacket to work, then wear that in your photograph. If, on the other hand, you're an artist, then wear what suits you and your target audience. Everyone is different. Everyone has a different niche, whether you're looking at careers or any other aspect. So think about the role you want. Think about how you want to present yourself, and present yourself in a professional way linked to that particular work that you want to perform. Now, there are some people that say when you post on LinkedIn, you shouldn't do posts about yourself, about your dog, about your cat, because it's not Facebook. I don't agree with that, because part of the credibility of you is who you are. So if you want to talk about what you're doing in your spare time, you can. But predominantly, you should stick to professional posts. So every now and again, show something about your vulnerability, show something about your likes and dislikes, but primarily show where you add value to the work. So I would say 1 in every 10 posts might want to be something around, had a really stressful period of time at work, but now I get the chance to offload and refresh, refill my resilience reservoir. And the way I do it is by spending some time by the sea. That's the sort of post I would do because I like the sea, etc. But if it's about you playing chess, it's about you going and having a coffee and an ice cream with a friend, whatever it is, that's okay. The LinkedIn police, as in the self-designated LinkedIn police, might come and say, this is not Facebook. Just ignore them. They're self-appointed, they have no value, and they don't understand, actually, there's more to having a professional life than just being a professional person. But predominantly, keep it to professional posts here. Okay, so let's get into some of it. So when you click on here, you'll have view profile. When you view your profile, it comes up like this, and you have these editing points. And when you want to change your banner, you literally get a banner made, go onto Canva. You can get free Canva products, and you can do a nice LinkedIn banner, and you can then change your photo. If you change the photo, put the photo up, and then apply, and it will come up here. And try and keep this space free if you can, because when people do look at the LinkedIn profile on mobiles, the picture comes up towards the center. And I must admit, I need to have another look at mine because I might need to move these over slightly. But when it comes up on the main profile, your picture is here. So that's that. As I've said before, you can edit your photo, etc. Again, editing this bit, you come in here and you can see that you've got your basic information. Put your name, how you want to be called. Put your last name, any additional names if you want, and then you can just adjust your recording. This is your name pronunciation, or you can say, I'm passionate about helping develop mitigation against climate change, whatever it is you're passionate about. And then you can put your custom pronouns in here if you wish. I don't wish to, so I don't do that. I've put adaptability, AQ, mind shift. And you've got 25 characters here to say something about yourself. So again, it's a powerful way to sort of say, so if you're somebody who doesn't agree with he, she, her, him, they, whatever, if that turns you off, and it does turn some people off, if you're one of those people, then don't do it. Put something else in here that says something about you. It doesn't have to be your custom pronouns. Your custom pronouns are here for the people who want to be explicit about their custom pronouns. The choice here is yours. Then the headline, put in a catchy headline about what it is you do and who it is you help. What value do you bring? Start making it look like you're promoting yourself. So if somebody was to turn around to you and say, oh, what do you do? You could say, I'm a lawyer, I'm a doctor. But actually, does that say anything about what you do, what your passion is, why you do it? So, I help women working in UN global goals have fulfilling careers in a rapidly changing world. So you could say, I help bring security to conflict-ridden regions by ensuring the justice sector is improved in line with international norms on gender and human rights. You could say, I help make the world a better place by working on projects linked to oceanic cleanups, whatever it is that works for you. And then this is something I've earned by contributing to certain pages. So you won't get this unless you actually contribute to some of the pages, but you could. Current position, that comes from your job description, and then your industry. I'm not going to save that because I've not changed anything and I don't want to change anything. But those are the places you put that. And then as you come down, if there's something that's missing, you can put your profile language. And here's something you can do as well. If you'll notice when you come up here, when you click on yours, if you haven't edited it, you'll get linkedin.com-in-your name squiggle, words, etc., etc. Well, what you can do is you can come into this bit here and you can actually change your URL setting. You can edit it. I didn't get into mine early enough, but you can change it. And as you'll see, I've changed mine to Martin Cunningham 1. Why? Because Martin Cunningham was already taken when I did it. And then you press save. And then when you're sharing your LinkedIn profile, it's a really shortened version of your LinkedIn profile. Some of you with unusual names will be able to get linkedin.com/in/ and your name. Simple as that. And it looks a lot smarter, especially if you're putting it on a business card. Okay, so that's a really quick run through what you can actually add in, how you can change things, how you can edit some things, and how you can start making your profile sing more about you. Now, one of the things you should also do when you're looking at your jobs and your company and your experience, you should look to add some of the skills that are relevant to it. And when you've got your skills portfolio, you should make sure that you're attributing your skills to the jobs you've got. 15 experiences across competency-based coaching. So you can see that all of these have got interview coaching or where I've been endorsed or whatever. But link them to the jobs that you've got. And where you can, when you've got skills in there, get other people to endorse you for those skills. And also, as you can see, people have been, over the years, endorsing me for a number of different skills. You can get the same done for you. But make sure you're linking the skills to the jobs that you've done. Here you can also add your courses and make sure that you can add courses. Now, here's the thing. If you haven't got courses in there, then come here to add profile selection. So once you're in your editing page, come over here to add profile selection. When you do that, as you can see, add education, add position. So here's some recommended ones that you might want to think about. And here's some additional. As you can see, I've done all the recommended ones. And you should go in there and look at all the recommended ones and see if you can add to that. But there's also other ones that you can add to. So add causes, add organizations, add languages, add test scores, honors and awards, patents, publications. Publications is a good one, especially if you've published anything and you want to link that as well to your profile. So you can see how this is so much better than a CV. It starts to really sing about who you are. And one of the other things you can do, this is the final thing I'm going to talk about, is this is the featured posts. When you put a post on LinkedIn, you can actually feature it at the top of your page. And I'm going to show you what that looks like now. So when you come here, you can see that I've got features at the top of my page. So people can click into various things that I've done or written about. And this is endless. You can put as much as you like in here. But you should make sure it's linked to the type of work you're doing and the type of work you want to move into. Start to profile for the job that you're wanting, not the job that you're in. You network and profile yourself for the job that you're in, but you also must spend time networking and presenting yourself for the job you want so that people can see you as a natural fit for that position. If you want to know more about the services I offer, you can link in with me. You could send me a message. You could come on a call, and I will put a link down the bottom, either to a workshop that I'm running or how to get in touch with me in other ways. And those links will be different depending on what I'm going to be doing in the next few weeks to few months. So the links will change from time to time, but have a look at the link that's down there now or that you've watched this video and see if it's appropriate for you to get in touch and follow up on some more information. I wish you luck with editing your LinkedIn profile. It's really important that you do. It's really important that you start to set yourself up for success. Take care and have a great career. Bye now.